Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. It's me, Tactician Gaming, and tonight we've got a game for you on the Polish Błyskawica. In Polish, if you don't know, it means lightning. And yes, I did learn that from someone who does speak Polish. Thank you very much. And yeah, this is a fun destroyer that really does pack the heat. So first off, let's go over the destroyer build a bit. So, of course, aiming systems mod 1. Steering gears, and finally we run concealment because we're a destroyer. We like all the stealth we can get. So your guns are absolutely phenomenal. We'll go over in here. Survivability 1500 HP. Not the most tanky, but you still got a bit of HP to play with. You got 120mm guns, which are absolutely amazing despite what they look like. 6.5 second reload. You will surprisingly catch out a lot with this. Then we have the torpedoes, which are kind of 1400 damage, 8 kilometers, 59 knots though, which is on the slower end of torpedoes, and the 68 second reload speed, which is absolute phenomenal when you're in combat. They reload pretty quickly. 39 knots without engine boost. Rudder shift time is 4 seconds. Turning circle is 610, and some absolutely phenomenal detectability. You got 5.7 kilometers detectability, in smoke 2.5, and 3.2 by air. We got fast movement speed, which is really nice in tier 6 destroyer. Guns aplenty. Yeah, we got 7 guns. And they're the Bofors guns, so yeah, they do really well. And you also have it's supposedly exposed, which totally isn't true by its stealth. And then the only Polish commander we have, Jerry Swicerski. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Which we run Confrontation is Imminent, Look at Me Now, Back in Stock, and Smoke on the Water. And if anything, we're gonna run the engine repair time Unstoppable, because Leviathan is just kind of Your HP doesn't really matter. And then to help boost bolster our torpedo damage, we're running Tanaka to get a little bit of extra damage out of the torpedoes, because these torpedoes catch a lot of ships off guard at 1.3 stealth. And for anyone who wants to know, the second inspiration is going to be a Tago to make those torps even better. And yeah, guys, let's just get you guys right into the battle.
So here we are on Land of Fire with the Błyskawica, and this is going to be a blast. So first, get that engine boost ready because we're going to start it up. And yeah, what we're looking for here is any sort of big ships to start off with. I was hoping to find an Alabama or Bismarck on this side, because there's a lot of tier 7s in this match. And, well, if we don't catch them off here, we might catch them off on the... if we catch them offside here, that's another tier 7 down that my team doesn't have to deal with. But we're first going to start off by pushing up into this little center area. Really good place for destroyers to start setting up attacks. And what do we see here? But a Leon. This Leon here is in a quite precarious position, speaking that he doesn't see me, but I got my guns, and look who else is behind him but a King George V. Leon here. Oh, and there's also Wichita. Well, we don't need to worry too much about some of these, but we're going to line up, torp drop on the battleship here, who thinks he's going to be safe, based on the fact I haven't spotted him, and we got none other than the Baltimore in front of us at our nose. So what are we going to do here? Well, we aren't spotted, so I'm not intending to be spotted. So keeping that in mind, all I'm going to do is just kind of sit here and slowly kind of crawl, double and triple checking to make sure I stay kind of out of sight and out of mind. But this Leon here, he isn't looking too well. You can see those torps are perfectly placed to catch him. And we just gotta wait. And 1 and 2. Leon here is taking quite a beating, and by the fact he hasn't popped a damage control on that, I'd assume he's already used it. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to sit down, pop the smoke screen, and fire the guns. Remember how I said you'd surprise a lot of shit with this gun? Well, yeah, there we go. Fire, and he burns out. So we get the first blood, and we take out a battleship. But we're under the gun here. Baltimore popped her radar, and so we're kind of under the gun behind King George V, a Wichita, and a Baltimore. Not a good place to be. So I'm making moves to get away, angling the ship, and my engine's dead, mind you. So angling's all I can do here. Baltimore puts me on fire and catches my tubes. I got a little bit till I can pop my damage control, keep myself safe, and everything on this enemy team is suddenly trying to shell me. Slowly moving away as best as I can, recover the torpedo tubes, and now's the chance to try to get back into position to angle against him. Well, damage control was popped, and he doesn't know I'm there. So this Baltimore looks like he might be having a bad time. Try to catch him on his current trajectory. We're going to aim one behind and then place one a little bit forward just in case he speeds up. And we're GTFO. Spotted visually by the Baltimore. And he's going to try to shell me one last few times before I get away. Take one pretty hard hit there. Contemplating firing with the guns, and what do? Since I'm already spotted and I'm working to get behind an island, I'm going to shoot him. 2 shatters on the belt, and we're going to put another set down. Lose the tubes again, but that doesn't matter since we have the damage control ready. And he's not looking too good. 1 pen. And note, this Baltimore isn't going to like this. He's pushing up slowly, trying to get to me on the Błyskawica, and my battleships and cruisers here are just absolutely hammering him and hampering his day as he goes to the bottom from the Gneisenau. And I see Noten here rushing our base, but way too far out of torp range, and if I even tried, it wouldn't even be worth it. However, I do have a feeling something might try to come up that side, but I want to hold the torps. We got a Bismarck, and then we see this Odin's getting hit pretty hard. And all I know is I want a piece of it, but by the time I get in range, in a few seconds, this Odin is about to become horse meat. And take a quick trip back to port. We have this Bismarck here, looking pretty good. Helena 2, we got the engine boost back, but we're going to hold it. And we're just seeing what's going to come out here. Primarily, we're looking to hunt for the destroyer, or the Alabama, whichever comes first. Helena, pretty good angle. Drop ourselves back into the base quickly, and we see Bismarck's looking to swing around the other side of the island, so we're just going to wait to see what happens. You'll see they got 2 cruisers stacked up there in the middle, and the King George V all on his lonesome on the right side. Hold the torpedoes for a little bit, and yeah, that Bismarck isn't going to be in range, but that Wichita isn't either, but this Helena is so in range to be torped, and he starts to turn away just as I drop that second set, and it saddens me to miss this. We got wait another 60 seconds on the torpedoes, but we are going to pop a few shots as well. And these guns, unsurprising to some, really find a good mark. Helena's got 1 fire on her, and she instant damacons, but guess what? I can still hit her. So Helena's just going to get slowly shelled out here. And, well, we got a King George the nose here. And this King George V is being shelled by just about all the rest of my team that's with me, so I'm not going to worry too much about him. See if I can get one last shot in the Helena. Can't do it. So we're going to hold fire and just angle towards the enemy base. The enemy team is holding out in the middle and kind of just cowering. See what they got left. The Bama's still alive. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try to hunt this Alabama. Well, we just find out they have the destroyer in our base, but we got a battleship and a cruiser in there, so I feel he's going to get spotted out. So we're just going to continue pushing to the base. And you can see the entire rest of my team, except this Nicenal on the far right, is holding out just to turn around and push back to the base. And me on the destroyer, though, I'm feeling a little cheeky. So what am I going to do? I'm going to check the torpedoes again, just because anything that can be torpedoed will be torpedoed. That Bismarck is holding way out of range there, so is the Wichita. But I can start to fire the guns at this Bismarck, but I'm hesitant to do it. And mainly because I got a cruiser in here in my line of sight, and there's the Alabama. Alabama isn't moving, which is surprising. He's just kind of sitting back in our base, and the Wichita shells out that Bismarck. I'm going to drop the smoke screen and slow down, because this Helena is getting ready to try to get behind this island and look to be turning around. So what are we going to do? We're going to pop a few shells his way, use the reload here, and we're going to catch him on fire. Note, he doesn't Damacon this one. And we found the enemy Benson. Where is he? In our base. Where's the rest of my team? Coming to get him. So we're just going to pop a few more shells. And note, we've been Damacon from our fire. But this King George V is in a beautiful position to be hit. So what are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive here. This King George V coming up the right side of the island, not knowing the destroyer's here, isn't about to have a nice day. He seems to be turning in to catch the island, so I'm going to catch him with some torps. King George V is pushing in, and you see the team working to work towards defending this base. But this King George V isn't looking too hot. He's coming in broadside on. I'm starting to turn away to keep him out of spotting range. Plane sadly gets me. And then he takes his guns to me, and I'm going to say, cheeky dodge. And he's about to catch some torps. One torp, and there goes the King George. We are spotted, however, by sight. Alabama, I'm afraid, is going to try to shoot at me, not realizing he's AFK. So I'm just going to sit here and try to run from this cruiser. This Helena doesn't realize, though, that, hey, look, he was spotted, now he's unspotted, and didn't even realize I was there. So we're going to make a cheeky push up into the enemy base. Torpedo tubes are reloaded once again. Engine boost is out, so we're moving kind of slow, only making a paltry 36 knots. And that's because I'm constantly touching on the rudder to make sure I can stay agile. And then I finally realize, something's not right with this Alabama. But I can't quite put my finger on it. And then I realize, wait, he's not moving, and he's not responding. So what does that mean? Well, I wanted to torp him, but he's a little too far out of range. And I was hoping he would move. So we're just going to slow down and start lighting him up. We are visually spotted again by the Helena who's behind us, and we're going to drop some torps on him. And a good prediction, this Alabama, broadside onto the team, me and this Gneisenau, and we're just going to continue to shell him. Build up a little bit of fire damage. We got one fire on him, so we aren't going to snag this kill, because this Gneisenau's got way bigger guns than I do, and this Gneisenau's about to chunk him hard. But this Helena here, looking pretty cheeky. But guess what? We're feeling cheeky too. He starts shelling the Gneisenau, trying to keep the base from being reset, as he's steering away from what looks to be perfectly clear waters to him. But what he's about to find out is these waters hold quite a devastating surprise. And we nail our third kill of the game, and we're going to end this game off with about 69,000 damage. The enemy team is held up just outside our base. So what are me and the Snize now going to do? We're going to do our little victory horns as we sit here and watch this timer tick down. Since we know the enemy team is way out there, not coming over, won't make it in time, we're going to just sit here, and then this Snize now, being the smart guy he is, opens up to my broadside and tries to torp me. So what am I going to do? Well, since I know we aren't going to need the torps or the guns anymore, I'm going to join him in shooting at us. So he's going to eat 6 torps and my guns at his broadside. And while we watch to see if our team does anything about the rest of them enemy being over there, which we already know they aren't going to be able to, because they aren't even going to be able to reach us in 15 seconds from that distance. And yeah, that's this game for you. 3 kills, 69,000 damage, and 4 torpedo hits for 3 kills. Ironically, most of our things having kills. So yeah, let's see how this is. 69,000 damage, second place on the team.
So yeah, guys, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content, and join us down in the Discord below. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.